sir, thank you for honoring this invitation.
Thank you.
So, sir, for the sake of people who are new to your candidature, can you introduce yourself properly?
My name is Stephen Nwoga. I'm a legal practitioner with investments in construction, real estate, leasing, oil and gas, and banking. And I would love Nigeria to be governed well.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so you said your name is Stephen Nwoga.
Yes.
Honestly, I was surprised because you remind me of the whites. So like you have a trace of the white in your blood or something like that?
No,
just this handsome?
I'm from Mbise.
Really?
In Imo State.
Really?
Yes.
You guys are handsome. So, sir, can you talk? Let's go down a little to your background.
Okay.
Now, for you to be aspiring for the position you're aspiring, that means you must have something political about you because you're a lawyer.
Yes.
Now, for you to want to turn to politics, there must be something in your background that is inspiring you. So, I want to know your source of inspiration.
Okay. First of all, I come from a family of people who love to serve. My grandfather was a principal in the 40s and the 50s and ended up being a minister, and he served meritoriously. My parents are professors, and my father served in his capacity as a professor. He served many people. So I come from what you would term a political family as well. I decided about 8 years ago that I'll stop saying what is wrong about Nigeria and join the race to try and make things better. So since 2010, I've run for Federal House twice, unsuccessfully, and I'm a national officer in APGA, and I believe that the present level of governance in my state needs to be taken to another level. So after several people suggested to me that I should run for the position I should present myself to serve my state as a governor.
So several people presented the idea to you. There must be something in you. And I believe you know that thing they saw. So can you tell us what they saw that made them say, Stephen, present yourself?
One, I love my people.
Oh, that's good.
Two, I love my state. Three, I believe that I have the training that will bring a different level of governance in any position I'm given the opportunity to serve. I'm someone who is a progressive thinker. And I believe that many of the problems we grapple with are because we are not thinking the way we should about governance. Well, it's not selfless. I'm motivated altruistically, which means that it's not about me. I'm a contented person. I'm happy with the life I live. But I believe that a good life should be available to everyone. That is what I believe. And I believe that if there's a high level of governance, a good life will be available to many people. So that is why I've been in the trenches for 8 years, trying to bring about good governance.
So, sir, you decided to pick APGA as a platform to present yourself.
Yes.
Now, recently, APGA won 21/21 in Anambra State.
Yes.
Now, that's a huge victory.
Yes.
Did you choose APGA after the huge victory?
No.
Or it has always been APGA?
I ran my election under APGA.
So what made you choose APGA from the early start?
One, APGA is a party that has the best manifesto. Two, I'm a Southeasterner, and APGA, a critical factor in developing the Southeast. APGA gives that opportunity for us to develop the Southeast and Nigeria, but mainly the Southeast. So I did not join APGA after the election. I'm a national officer in APGA. That means APGA runs in my veins.
So you're like the core son of APGA.
Yes, I'm the core son of APGA.
So let's get down to the real business now.
Okay.
It's getting hot, it's getting hotter.
Okay.
So you have a manifesto.
Yes.
Now you have seen what is going on in your state. You said you wanted to get better. That's why you're here. So can you tell us some of the areas you're going to work on? What is your manifesto? What does it look like? Now, I want to remind you, this is your opportunity to prove to them out there that you're the man for the job.
One, I believe that in every area of governance, there should be a plan. There should be a strategic plan. A plan how government can generate income. A plan how government can make a better life for the people. A plan that has deliverables, key performance indices that you can say, this is where we're going, right? We have a 2-year plan, a 4-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, a 20-year plan. And we bring in the right professionals to execute your plan. That's why you were saying 21 over 20. I believe that I'm a part of 21 over 21 because I was in Anambra for 1 month for that election in my capacity as an officer of the party. And even though we had many sleepless nights, I believe that that victory was a divine victory. It was God that ordered that victory. It was God that delivered that victory because it's only God that can give such a victory.
So if you are to become governors, what areas are you going to work on? What areas do you want to touch lives?
The core areas that I would look at agribusiness.
Okay.
But I would also look at power generation. I would look at creating new economies. I would look at tourism. Those areas are like the stars I would look at. But like you have in Anambra, the catalysts to delivering on those core areas, like education. I would like to retweak education. I believe that our educational policy is wrong. Our educational policy does not train us to think as value adders or wealth creators. So the areas, especially those core areas, the first thing I would focus on is power generation. I know that power is under the exclusive list. It's the federal government, it's the national legislature that looks, but there are solutions that we can provide.
Within the state?
Within the states. There's off-grid plans. We can have off-grid plans in delivering on solar power, solar farms. We can have off-grid plans of delivering in gas-powered energy generation. We can have off-grid plans for wind energy. That power, I attended a seminar once, that was delivered by one of the United Nations personnel, and he said that research has shown that the amount of power that is generated by an economy and how much that is paid for it determines the productivity of an economy. So if you look at the countries that don't generate power, their productivity is very low. But countries that produce excess energy are highly productive economies.
So, sir, I want to ask you, talked about power, you talked about
agribusiness.
Agribusiness, okay, yes. So that takes care of job creation
yes.
in a way. But then we know in Anambra State, APGA has this thing about education.
Yes.
That is why when you go to other states, Anambra State is always on top of the list. Now, what's your plan for the education sector of your state?
Okay. First of all, there's something that's been done in Anambra. They've given back many schools back to the missions. They've invested heavily in education. If I'm given the opportunity to serve as the CEO of my state, I'm going to retweak our whole educational policy. I would use entrepreneurship and value creation. Why are some of our universities, why do we have sociology? Why do we have history? And they don't apply it. So whatever you study, the end game is how do you create value from what you have studied? If you have studied sociology, how are you going to create wealth from sociology? You have to be thinking about that while you're in school. In some states, people that graduate might be 100,000, but there are less than 10,000 jobs. That means that the way we think about the economy is wrong. I came out of school working for myself. I planned that I believe that from my sweat, I can create wealth. I did not need to look at any other person. Now, if we put that thinking in our educational policy, most of the people that will come out will not look to their dad or mom or anyone. They will immediately believe that God has given them the innate ability to create wealth. And they will go about a thinking process of wealth creation. That is the major thing. I would change the culture we have in education.
All right, so let's look at security now.
Yes.
You know how the security situation of the country is.
Yes.
So Anambra has been declared one of the most secure states. I like using Anambra as an example because this is the core seat of the APGA.
Yes.
So what is your plan towards making your state as secure or more secure than Anambra State?
Okay, first of all, I will also tell you that I'm a fan of your governor,
I noticed.
And I believe that on the scale of governance, he's either the best or one of the best in all indices of governance. Now, one of the key catalysts for a good economy is security. Anambra has got it right on security. I believe that it has domestic best practice on security. If I'm given the opportunity to serve in my state and APGA wins in Imo, we will come to Anambra and adopt the domestic best practice in security.
So this is your way of saying that you're going to copy a lot, like the good lot from Anambra State.
I will copy domestic best practices from Anambra.
So you're going to copy and paste. That's nice.
I will copy and maybe not paste. I will copy and see what is unique in our own states and tweak it to apply both international and domestic best practices.
Okay, so you know that this election is going to be a very competitive one. It's going to be a very strong battle because the state is already like in another party.
Yes.
Now, I want to ask a question that is in the mind of everybody out there watching.
Okay.
And that question is that year in, year out, during every election, we have stories, we have beautiful manifestos, and at the end, not all are delivered. I said not all,
yes.
With exceptions. So how would you actually convince the viewer out there that your case is going to be different, that you're going to deliver everything you're promising? Just briefly.
One, I believe as a devout Catholic that my word should be my bond. I'm a humble person. I'm a contented person. I'm a person that loves my fellow human being. I believe that my intention to serve is with all sincerity of purpose. And that, one, I'm developing a master plan for Imo. That master plan has been developed by one of the best professionals in Nigeria, and he's from Imo. We're going to deliver on that master plan. And I believe that as someone who is contented, that I'm young, I'm vibrant, I'm strong. I have 3 postgraduate degrees in business and in law.
Wow.
I've been involved in many successful businesses. I've served my party well. I've served many people well. So I'm confident in my ability. But I believe that all of us have been called to this life to serve one way or the other. You can serve in your capacity. I can also serve in my capacity. So I believe that the training I have gives me confidence Now, I believe that I'm spiritually prepared, I'm financially prepared, I'm physically prepared for the battle to try and serve my states. So that is why I'm in the race to present myself to serve my people. But like you said, yes, it's going to be a very fierce contest because I believe that the incumbent in my state might want to be involved in who will succeed him. But I believe also that power belongs to the people. And that, like, you know, there's a name that fascinates me. Your governor's name is Madwa Brochukwu.
Yeah, that's true, yes.
And
I think it worked for him.
Yes. And it will also work in my state because there's nobody that is God. The power on who will deliver the next governor resides in the hands of Imolites. There's a saying in Igbo, na oke anara eli ihe onye mu anya.
Okay, say mu anya.
Oburo so mu aga-azọ governorship. On ndị Imo niile ga-choose onye ga-abụ governor. But ọ bụ na ndị Imo mụrụ anya, they will deliver who they want to be their next governor. And I pray to God that I'll be that person.
Okay, so now, are you convinced that at the end, the victory is going to be yours? You want to be, like, rate your confidence?
I believe that if I present myself, it's very likely that my people will give me a chance to serve them. Yes, I'm
okay,
85% confident.
Wow, that's huge. I
Yes.
hope it works for you.
Thank you.
Now, before I let you go,
Yes.
let me ask you that Imolites convince me to vote for you. Just in 3 words. No, 3 sentences. Convince me that you're different. You can look into the camera. Okay. Convince Ndimo that you're different, that you're the man for the job. You can speak Igbo. You can go down to Imo dialect.
Nchọkwa n'ọganihu ndị Imo, ọ ihe m ji wepụta onwe m, iwepụta atụmatụ maka ọganihu ndị Imo. Abụ m onye na-atụ egwu Chineke, and ọwụ na unu nye m ikikere ịgbara unu odibo a, m ga-emeve unu. Ndewonu, Chukwu gọzie unu, ụwa mara unu mma, udo dịrị unu. Oge eruola, oge ndị Imo ga-emuru anya, na-ele anya onye ha ga-etinye n'ọkwa onye ga-agarụ ha odibo ilekọta Imo. Anyị ga-emuru anya. Oge eruola, oge ndị aka ha kwụ ọtọ ga-achị Imo. Oge eruola, oge ndị nwe ịtụ egwu Chineke ga-achị Imo. Oge eruola, oge Imo ga-adị ka obodo ndị ọzọ ihe na-aga ọfụma. Oge eruola, oge akwụcha onye rụcha ọrụ akwụọ ya ụgwọ. Oge eruola, oge mmadụ chọọ ka ahụ dị ya, ọ banye n'ebe a ga-agwọ ya ọrịa, ọkwụ obere ego agwọ ya ọrịa. Oge eruola, oge anyị ga-enwe moto na-agba n'ụzọ, a ga na-akwụ obere ego ga na-akwagharị ndị Imo. Oge eruola, oge anyị ga-eji aka anyị na-emepụta nri anyị na-eri. Oge eruola, oge ihe niile ga na-aga na-adị mma n'Imo. Ndị Imo, oge eruola, oge ihe ga-adị mma. Oge eruola, oge anyị ga-eji uche anyị na-eche maka ihe ga-adịrị anyị mma n'Imo, maka ndị ga-eme ihe ga-adịrị anyị n'Imo. Oge eruola ndị Imo. Ndị Imo, tetenụ, kokoroko, chi abọọla.